One Up on Wall Street, an absolute classic written by the legendary investor and former manager of the Fidelity Magellan Fund, Peter Lynch. One Up on Wall Street is a book that I've read multiple times. And every time I've read this book, I found something that's relevant and relatable to my own investing framework at that time. You can read this book as a complete beginner who knows nothing about finance and feel a lot more knowledgeable at the end of it. This is such an easy to read book filled with plenty of relevant examples. Well, actually, when I say relevant, that has to be taken into context, since this book was written in the 80s. Many of the companies mentioned don't exist or are extremely different today. Remember that when this book was launched, the internet was invented. So yeah, it's pretty old. However, many of the lessons imparted are timeless, and that's what I try to focus on when reading this book. My highlight from this book are the 6 categories that Peter Lynch talks about: the slow growers, stalwarts, fast growers, cyclicals, asset plays, and the turnarounds. A fun exercise for me is to go through my checklist and current portfolio, classify holdings into each of these categories, and assess if a certain company should be moved to another category. Companies go through multiple categories in the different phases of their life cycle. A fast-growing company can lose momentum and fall to being a slow grower or a stalwart. An asset play can pivot into being a turnaround that would transform it into a fast growth company within a few years, and then that would result in a multi-bagger investment. If you're a beginner interested in finance or just curious about getting involved in individual stock selection as opposed to being invested in a broadly diversified index fund, I would definitely recommend reading this book. Peter Lynch's constant focus on multi-baggers is something that a lot of intermediate investors tend to forget as they get bogged down trying to dress up their portfolio not to underperform index funds. So it's a good book for anyone trying to improve on their investing journey, beginners and experienced investors alike. If you've previously read this book, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. And if you'd like to connect with me, I've got links to my Twitter and Instagram in the description below. Thanks for watching this quick review. Take care.